Alrighty, here we go. What is the topic? Happy Sunday. It's afternoon, I think. It's midday. There's the time of day. I'm going to break down my full name for this video. So let's jump right into it. My first name. Okay, I'm gonna break down my full name for this video. Breaking down my full name. Tanis. Okay, so this is so my mom had a friend in college named Tanis. My dad really liked Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and where the Lost Ark is buried in that movie is the city of Tanis. And there are squirrels watching. I even came prepared with these. And so I was named after my mom's friend and Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, but that's not the same as what my name means. So this name is, and since I've been named Tanis, they've kind of found that Tanis is a city in the Bible, and you might see a green spot somewhere on screen. The sun is starting to shine on the camera lens, so we'll see how this goes. But this name, as given to me from my parents, so not all Tanis variations have the same meaning. It's actually a pretty common name, and in different languages it has very different meanings and has different pronunciations. So this one is unique to me from how and just kind of like any name is technically unique, be it family, given, middle name, which is another given name, I guess. So Tan is Old Irish, so this is an Old Irish name. Old Irish is not modern Irish. It existed way before modern Irish. And so Tan means time, and it's a prefix, not prefix, it's a suffix, and it means, like in English it'd be like ly. So together, Tanis, it's Old Irish, pronounced Tanis, and it translates to English as timely. So that's my first name. It's Old Irish. Second name, my middle name. So that was my first or given name. Second name was also given to me by my parents. Middle names, at least one middle name, is part of the culture in both sides of my family. So the middle name is Coralie. It's one word. So Cora comes from my great grandmother, Cora Steele, who married to become Leonardi. It's like Steele. It's German. Steele. There's different variations of German, or the Steele name, and I come from the German line of Steeles. And then Lee. So this is a common name. This is an extremely common name, especially if you include, like, mine is not an Asian name, mine is a Scottish name. So this comes from my grandmother. Of the Gordon clan. And this is old Scotland, not like modern Scotland. Like, my family came to America hundreds of years ago, and I'm part Native American, so not everybody in my family like came to America, like, kind of thing. But yeah, the family that immigrated came 100+ years ago, in some cases over 400 years ago. So this is gonna be Scotland. So this is German. And this is Scottish. Gordon clan of Scotland. So that's my middle name, and it rhymes with I am a cold quarter. By modern terms, people call the land where Norway is Norway. I am technically Old Norse and before. I'm descended from the natives of what is now called Norway. but back then it was like, it doesn't go by the same name. So it's a more accurate term is Norse, Old Norse, a quarter Old Norse and before. And so Coralie rhymes with the name of one of my family members who's of the Old Norse side of the family. And then my last name, Leonardi, is not Italian. So Leon in my name, so this is a surname. This is my last name, it's my surname. It is a joint name. So it is Roman, German, and Leon means lion in Roman, so this one is Roman. And this is, it might mean different things in different languages, but this is, the origins of this goes back over 2,000 years. Yes, before Jesus Christ. So when I say it's ancient or I come from native peoples, I mean before Jesus Christ was ever born and stuff like that. Like actual ancient, not like, oh, this person's 50 years old, let's call them ancient. No, I'm talking about the like literal thousands plus years old. So it comes from the Roman Empire specifically, the origins of this name. And Hardy comes from, it's German. And not all, I mean, it's super basic naming, but names do not follow a set rule. There's not every name follows this, and there's not every name follows the rules of a language. So that's really important just to remember that reality. Some people want to be like, oh, every Russian name abides by this principle. No, that is factually wrong. Like, there are always exceptions. And so Hardy is from German, and it means, in my name, it means brave and hardy. So some people like want to say hardy is like heart. No, there's actually an English word. It's actually, I think it's with a Y, of hardy, and it's like dynamic and able to change in a dynamic environment. It's like, it's kind of like the pinnacle of like changing resilience, which most people want like stable resilience. So it's like, it's not like, it's not super popular kind of for that sense. So this is a very different name than Leonard or Leonhard or Lionhard or Leonhart, which is like, I think I already said that, or Leonard or Leonard. There's a bunch of names like that that are not Leonardi. Those are typically strictly German. This is Roman German, and the origins are different than those. But I would say Leonardi. Another one that people like to compare to is like Lombardi. There's a bunch of like Italian names. If I were to include Leonardi and like things that look or sound like Leonardi, it's an extremely common surname. So all of my names are common in their own right, and especially Tanis, so it's Old Irish. It's a very, very common name in Ireland. Not really a surprise. So yeah, so that's breaking down my full name. I'm going to specify, there's like Italy as it exists today. This is like a history lesson. We're in Rome. So I'm talking about like Roman Empire. So the Roman Empire was not modern day Italy. So people like to be like, you're Italian, and I'm like, modern day Italy came into existence with its constitution in 1948. So no, that is actually exactly wrong. I am not Italian. I am Roman. It came 2,000 years earlier, over 2,000 years earlier. So just like be cognizant of that. It's like a lot of people like to say they're Italian, but their family came like to America in the 1800s, which is not technically right by like modern day Italy. So that's just like something to keep in mind, kind of thing. So no, it's not Italian, it is Roman. My family is specifically, so like this strain is kind of like from what is called sometimes by people historic Tyrol. And Tyrol was a region of Europe that is encompassed by modern day southern Germany, Austria, and northern Italy. So it's like a mix of Italian, Austrian, and German land as defined by modern geopolitical boundaries. And today is Sunday, the 13th of February 2022. Happy early Valentine's Day, and that's my full name.